Good morning and welcome back to... Oh shit, not the Moroccan cushions. Good morning and welcome back. Thank you so much for all the love on our bus tour, our last video, our full bus tour. Finally it's done. We're really happy with it, really proud of what we've built, and we love how it turned out. Thank you so much for all the love on that. I thought I would just sit down and do a little Q&A, some common questions that we've been getting throughout the whole conversion process. Just wanted to put them all kind of like in one video to make it a bit easier. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first question, how much did the bus itself cost? So I think I mentioned in my last video or the video before, we bought our bus off an online auction called Mannheim. If you're in Australia, you might have heard of them. So we were probably looking for maybe 6 weeks or something like that. We were looking on car sales, we were looking on Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, we were going and viewing buses, and we just didn't find the right one. There was one that I was really interested in. His name was Churchill, and he was on the Greys online auction. But we just got outbidded. I was heartbroken, but you know what? It wasn't meant to be. This was meant to be our bus. And we eventually stumbled upon this one. It was in Victoria. It was going to be like a live online bid. So I was really nervous. Obviously we had like a limit that we wanted to pay. The bus itself was 18,000. We offered 16. I think that's what we bidded. They wanted 20. So we met in the middle, but it ended up being 20 anyway with all the auction fees and whatnot. So yeah. Technically the bus was 20 grand. I think now that's pretty good. I mean, in COVID, I think they just shot up in price. I don't know what they're doing now. Maybe they're stabilizing a bit, but I do know that before COVID, they were actually a little bit cheaper than say 20 grand. So yeah, I don't know. I think they're going like this. I don't know what they're doing now, but yeah, we were happy to pay 18, 20 grand. And then following on from that, next question, how much did the conversion cost? So we started out with an Excel spreadsheet, like listing everything that we were buying, obviously working out the costs of everything. But I think at some point there, it just got lost. We were going to Bunnings sometimes twice a day and just picking up things that we needed. So yeah, we just obviously kind of lost track with the costs of it all. I would say if we had to estimate, I would say about 15 grand. And that obviously includes like the fridge, the cooktop, the batteries, like everything. Yeah, about 15 grand. We saved a lot on labor. Luckily my dad's quite handy, as some of you have commented, and he helped us with the plumbing and electrics, so obviously we didn't need any professionals to come in and do that. And we were also quite mindful to use what we had, because we bought a lot of wood, say. For example, this table, like, it's a little bit small. It was just the offcut of this, so we just wanted to use what we had. So little things like that. We just tried to be a bit more resourceful and not wasteful. I've seen other people do a conversion for 5k. I've seen other people do a conversion for 50k. So I think it really depends on a lot of things. It's very variable. It's as little or as much as you like. So I thought 15k was pretty good. So all up, if you add it up, the bus 20k and the fit out 15k, 35k in total, which I think is really good, because like if you're thinking about buying like a motorhome or a caravan, like you're looking at more than that. So, and we're really happy because it's exactly how we want it, how it's fit out and designed. So how long did it take, like the whole process from start to finish? So this one's a bit hard to answer because we didn't work on it like every day, all day. We would work on it for say a few weeks every day, and then we'd kind of leave it for a few weeks if we were out of motivation or if we were busy doing other things. I think there was like a lockdown period there in Sydney. I'm pretty sure once we didn't work on it for like 3 months. So we bought it in December 2020 and finished it pretty much December 2021. Just say a year for ease sake. If I was to calculate the actual man hours that we put into it, I would say it's equal to 5-6 months. Someone asked who empties the toilet cassette. Not me, is all I'll say to that. Is there anything you would change if you were to do it again? Like, are you happy with your setup? Am I happy with the setup? Yes, I am. So I'm very happy with the layout we went with. I love how we kept it open. I've said this so many times, but I love how light and airy it is in here. I love how we've done the couch. I love how we've done kitchen bench tops on both sides. I think if I was to do it again, I would do gas. I know we've raved about having electric only. I think gas would just be a little bit easier in here. In terms of cooking, it would just cook things faster. You don't have to worry about what amps you're drawing out. And I'd love to have a little oven in here. I mean, it's not essential, but I think why we didn't go with gas is just because we wanted to be off grid, as I've said, and also we didn't want to get a gas engineer in here. They're a bit expensive. I don't know, we just thought if we just do electric, we don't have to bother with that. So yeah, 2 max air fans if I was to do it again, like one there, one here, so there's like a circular action going on. One's drawing in, one's drawing out. We've seen a few people do that and thought, why didn't we do that? But doesn't matter. We've seen also some people, or we've seen a lot of people put decks on top, which I think is cool. We asked people like, do you actually use it though? And they said, yeah, we do. We eat dinner up here and stuff like that. So that would probably be cool to have as well. But our solar panels, the way we've positioned them, we didn't want them like laying horizontal across the bus, or we just didn't want them visible really. So the way we've positioned our solar panels and the size of them, we just couldn't fit anything else. So all in all, very minor things I would change. We did put a lot of thought into it. A lot of things we just decided along the way, but I think we had this vision and the vision came to life. So we're really happy. So this next question, I think I've answered it in one of my last videos, but basically, why did you go with a coaster? So the answer is a few reasons. Probably number one is probably the cost. We originally wanted to go with like a Sprinter. So when we were looking in 2020, like a good Mercedes was like 30-40 grand. And the coasters were like 10-15 grand. So yeah, I think when you think about how we've done all of this for 35k, I think the cost was the deciding factor. And as I mentioned, I just love the bus, how it just feels so spacious with all the windows. I know you can put windows in a Sprinter, but it's just not the same. Next question is, what's her name? What's the old girl's name? We didn't actually name it for a long time. We just didn't, I think we tossed up between a few things and nothing really sat, you know, she just didn't look like those names. In the end, we named her, that was a drum roll if you didn't know, we named her Charlie. And the reason why we named her Charlie, if you watched my conversion videos, you would know our family dog, Charlie Boy. He came and helped us pretty much every day on the work site, and he helped us with the tools, he helped us with project management, site management, he helped us with everything. He's our old boy, he's 15. He still was so excited to come and work on the bus every day, so we thought, why not Charlie? Charlie the coaster, it just works. I've had, I think, 2 different people ask me if I could share the plans, like the layout plans and dimensions for everything, if I had drawn them up, and my answer was we didn't really draw them up. I think when we originally started, we tried to draw it on like one of those 3D online software programs, but it just didn't work out. We're just not that tech savvy. I think in one of my earlier videos you would have seen that we drew on like a piece of cardboard, literally just permanent marker and cardboard, like the really rough layout that we wanted, the rough dimensions. I'm pretty sure we stayed pretty much true to that big piece of cardboard. We just worked out the dimensions of the bed and the shower base, which we knew, and then worked out from there, okay, so how long can the bench tops be, how long can the couch be, etc, etc, and just used masking tape to just mark out where things are going to be. So a little bit old school, but it worked for us. All right, final question, because I hope this video isn't long of me just rambling on. The final question is basically like, what are your travel plans? Where are you headed? And my answer to that is, well, we want to see everywhere really. We'd love to see every state. We are heading south, so the Great Ocean Road, South Australia, which we're really excited for. Don't know if we can go to WA. Restrictions are changing all the time, so kind of just going with the flow, to be quite honest with you. We're not really having a set plan, because I just feel like if we have a set plan, it'll just change anyway. Obviously we just love to do a big lap of Australia, but yeah, with certain restrictions, we just don't know where we're going first, but we definitely know that we're going to be heading to South Australia now. But yeah, that is all the questions. Thank you so much for all the support and love throughout this whole process. We are just really excited to get on the road now, and I hope to maybe see some of you on the road if you have your own coaster or bus or van or whatever. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.